next. Not because he believes that this is owed to him, but he stepped in the gap when there was a need, and he saw the needs of the people crying out saying, yes, $15 an hour for a minimum wage. He heard the needs of the people when they talked about universal health care as a moral right. He heard the needs of folks when he said that these trade deals have taken away good middle-class jobs in America, and he said enough is enough is enough. He saw the need when he said that our young people are being saddled with debt as they earn their degrees in one hand and debt in the other. He said the most powerful country on the face of the earth can afford to make the requisite investments in our young people so that they can live out their greatest greatness.
That's right.
Is the type of candidate that believes that we can make the impossible possible. And that's the kind of nation that we are. So when people ask us to dream low and not to dream big, and that Senator Sanders is reaching too high and too far, well, Robert Browning once said that man's reach should exceed his grasp. That we need to dream big and go big. That is the story of America. We wouldn't be the United States of America if we only did what we thought was possible. We are the United States of America because we believe in making the impossible possible. If we can abolish slavery, we can have universal health care. If women can get the right to vote, we can get women dollar for dollar in this country. If we can send men and women to the moon, my God, we can get medical and family leave in the United States of America. We are a nation of making the impossible possible. I don't know about you, but I don't want a leader that tells me not to dream big.
Yes.
I want a leader who's going to stand boldly in the gap. And can I say this about the senator? He's not afraid to say that the working poor does exist. And that too much of new wealth and income in this country is going to the 1%. Meanwhile, the rest of us are left behind. There are only two classes in this country now, the poor and the wealthy.
Yep.
And we got to change that by making investments in our people. So Senator Sanders is the leader for this time. He is the person that we have been waiting for. And I am so glad that him and Dr. James Sanders have had the courage to step into this gap and to use their skills and abilities. They didn't have to do that. So California, it's all on you. Now, I hate to tell you that, but it's all on you.
We love it.
And we all depending on you for those 400 and what?
75.
475 delegates. We need those delegates. We will earn those delegates. I'm so glad to see the Rainbow Coalition of Humanity stand here today. Some people believe that black folks won't vote for Senator Sanders, but we will vote for him. I got my Latino sisters and brothers in the house. I got my Native American sister brothers in the house. I got some Asian folks in the house. The rainbow mosaic and everybody in between. I got my European American brothers and sisters in the house. The rainbow. Did I leave? Oh, man, I said my Latino sisters and brothers. I said. Let me just say this. The Rainbow Coalition is present. But we are all one. Scientists says that there is only one race, and that is the human race. We are one. And so we got to do this. Now, we have got to do this. So I want you to be encouraged no matter what the media says, how they try to skew this thing, how they try to count him out. He is in this to win this, and he is going all the way to the convention. And the super delegates are going to have a decision to make. I got some math of my own, and my math says this, that Senator Bernie Sanders is the best general election candidate to go against Mr. Donald Trump. That's our math.
Absolutely.
So if we want to win this thing, and I'm talking about all up and down the ticket, because one great president cannot do it alone. We need school board members, we need mayors, we need council people. We need folks who care enough about the next generation that they're going to put something on the line, and that's Senator Bernie Sanders. We can't do it alone. So it takes teamwork to make the dream work. I want to close with this, sisters and brothers. I'm feeling good, even though I'm still on Ohio time. I'm feeling good. Can I just say that? And am I looking all right?
Yeah!
I'm trying. I was just sharing with somebody that my baby is 26. He just turned 26. And I still got the stretch marks to prove. Right, I remind them, sacrifice. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, I'm sorry, y'all, I got all off topic. I had to have a mama moment. Mamas for Bernie. Mamas for Bernie. Yes. So, can I just say to you that for me, I'm supporting Senator Bernie Sanders for personal reasons. When you know better, you do better.
Yep.
When I started to hear him tell his story, his righteous indignation, my husband pulled me to the side. He said, "Baby, I think this is your candidate right here. This is your candidate right here." He said, "Now I can't tell you what to do. I'm just making a suggestion that you look the brother, look into him." And I'm going to tell you something. When I juxtaposition my life story to why Senator Bernie Sanders is running for president, I had no choice. My heart was convicted. And I had to support him. I'm the oldest of 7 children, and have you ever had a defining moment in your life? I had one of those moments at the age of 22 years old when I was told that my mother was in the hospital, and I thought it was just one of those things. Little did I know that it was going to change my life forever, that my mother would die at the young age of 42 years old with her dreams deferred. On the system of welfare, no life insurance policy, no money in the bank. With 7 children, I was the oldest of those 7 children. 22 years old, my baby sister was 12, and I'm having that kind of moment. When I think about how my mother struggled to try to make ends meet for 7 children, she did the very best that she could, and I lined up her life and her fight to what Senator Sanders was fighting for, that women should make dollar for dollar as a man, that working class people should have a living wage of $15 an hour, that we do need universal health care. My heart was convicted. But to be a first-generation college graduate and understanding the power of higher education to change the trajectory of one's life, can I just testify that although my mother never lived to see me graduate from college and get degrees, and she never lived to see her eldest daughter sworn into offices, I know that as surely as her blood courses through my veins, that she is in heaven saying, "You go, girl." Yeah. You keep standing up for poor folks in this country. Yeah. You go, girl. You keep being the voice for the voiceless. You go, girl. You keep speaking truth to power. So my heart was convicted. And I could no longer stay on the course that I thought I was going to be on. It was no doubt in my mind who was the best elected, can I say, public servant for the people?
Yes.
And that was Senator Bernie Sanders. I heard my mama's voice. People are suffering in this country through no fault of their own. And we need policymakers who don't just come around when it's time to get elected.
Yep.
And whisper sweet nothings in our ear. But we need folks who are going to put something on the line for this thing and to shake it up. Senator Sanders said that we have a rigged system, a corrupt system, a rigged economy, and a corrupt political system where money is speech. The wealthier you are, the more speech you have, and folks are just flat out buying off elections.
Yep.
But we, the people, can change that.
Yes, we can.
We, the people, must change that.
Yes, we can.
And when Senator Sanders talks, he talks about we. He talks about us. He says when we get to the White House. He don't say when I get to the White House. He said when we get to the White House. People power all day long.
Not me, us.
There are about 100 million people in this great country of ours living in poverty. Some people are on the brink. Half the people are on the brink, and the other half are absolutely in that poverty. Now, I don't know about you, but I've never met anybody who said the following: when I grow up, I want to be poor.
No.
I want to be on public assistance. I want to live in public housing. I'm picking out my curtains right now. How many of you know that all of us don't run the race at the same pace? And the reason why we are a safety net nation is because we understand that sometimes our sisters and brothers may fall short, but we should be there to pick them up when they fall. That's the kind of leader we're dealing with Senator Bernie Sanders. And he said, Wall Street, I'm going to take it to you. He said, Walmart, get off welfare. Hello, somebody. In the words of the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King, that we have socialism for the wealthy, but rugged individualism for the individual.
Yep.
We don't mind giving away corporate welfare, but if our neighbor needs a little help, we talk against them. That's the kind of nation that we are becoming. But Senator Bernie Sanders is saying enough of all of that. We're going to invest in Main Street for a change. If we can bail out Wall Street, God knows we can invest in Main Street. And when he talks about the 5 violences that impact black and brown folks in this country, that political, legal, economic, environmental, that he understands that racism does exist. Can I tell you, when he was at Cleveland State University in my hometown, he stood up before a majority white audience, and I'm saying this because I want you to get the perspective here. And he said to that audience, he said, as the next president of these United States of America, I am going to work hard to eradicate institutional racism.
Yes, he
It
did.
would have been easy for him to say that during Black History Month. Y'all know what I'm saying? It would have been easy for him to say that in front of a majority crowd of color, but he said it to a majority white crowd, and the message is this, that eradicating isms in this country is all of our responsibility, and that we gonna stand up and we gonna do that thing.
Yes, we can.
I'm gonna close this sermon out with this. Can I just do this? I'm gonna bring it on home. Yolanda, where's Yolanda? I'm gonna bring it on home, sis. 3 things, if you don't remember anything else I've had to say here. That number 1, I believe that the creator of this great universe has given us 2 hands, one to reach forward and one to reach back, lifting as we climb. That we are our sisters and our brothers' keepers. That Flint, Michigan's dirty water is our dirty water. What affects one directly affects us all indirectly. Dr. King. Number 2, that I believe that we can't ask other folks to do more for us than we're willing to do for ourselves.
Yep.
That hard work and determination pays off. Or in the words of Brother Frederick Douglass, you might not get everything that you work for, but you will work for everything that you get. We understand hard work. We understand that. Folks are just asking for help, not a handout, but a hand up.
Yep.
That's what makes us this great nation. But lastly, in the words of my grandmother, Grandma was born in 1913. She couldn't read or write, but she could count her money. And to my sisters in the house, Grandma kept her money in the Southern Ladies Bank and Trust. With a handkerchief. When I asked my grandmother, Grandma was a pistol packer too, but that's a whole nother story. She had money on one side, pistol. Another story. But when I asked my grandmother, what does it take to be successful in life, she said, all you need are the 3 bones. The wishbone, the jawbone, and the backbone. She said the wishbone will keep you hoping and praying, because hope is the motivator, but the dream is the driver. The reason why we're doing what we're doing right now is because we hope and believe that tomorrow will be better than today. She said the jawbone will give you courage to speak truth to power, to lift your voice, to not be silent when you see things are going wrong. When you know better, you got to do better. But the most important bone of them all, she said, is the supercalifragilisticexpialidocious bone, and that is the backbone. Because the backbone will keep us standing through all of our trials and our tribulations. And in this life, sisters and brothers and sisters, we gonna go through some stuff, but we can't have a testimony without a test. And we are being tested about whether or not we got courage enough, commitment enough, heart and soul enough to do what is right, even if it causes us a little inconvenience. That is what Senator Bernie Sanders run to become the next president of this great country is all about, making the impossible possible. And the only way that he can do it is because of you, and 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 you. Us. Together, we make the difference. So when I say feel, you say burn, feel, burn, feel, burn, feel, burn, feel, burn. When I say feel, you say burn, feel, burn, feel, burn, feel, burn, feel, burn, feel, burn. God bless you.
Cali loves you.
So now you all know, right? Now you all know. There is no way that you can hear Senator Nina Turner and walk away the same. There is no way. And when I'm canvassing and I'm talking to people who have never heard her, I said, you need to do it now. And I have been with my YouTube playing for people to hear the powerful voice that is Senator Nina Turner. And just another shout out or give her another round of applause.